Good night, family. Oh, my neck hurts so bad. Good night, resilient family. How you guys doing? Good night, resilient family. How are you guys doing? How you guys are doing? Hope you guys are having a blessed night. President Biden and President-elect Trump, once bitter rivals, meeting in the Oval Office. Mr. President, Donald, congratulations. And looking forward to having, like we said, smooth transition. Do everything we can to make sure you're accommodated, what you need. President Biden extending that meeting to the next president, which was never extended to him 4 years ago. The presidents meeting privately for almost 2 hours. Thank you very much. And politics is tough, and it's many cases not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate it very much. The White House saying the meeting was gracious, and now Trump revealing he will nominate Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz to run the Justice Department, the same department which under Trump's first term began investigating Gaetz for alleged obstruction of justice and sex trafficking, charges that were never brought. Gaetz was at the center of an ongoing bipartisan House Ethics Committee investigation into allegations of sexual misconduct and illicit drug use, which he denies, calling the investigation frivolous. This evening, he resigned from Congress, ending the probe. Hola, hola, hola. Good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night. Your girl is coming to do some water. Trump also making his pick for Director of National Intelligence. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? I just recently posted some beautiful persons on my community post. I start to use my community post because I kind of see the need for that. But before I begin anything, I want to say good night. And I know for 2 days I kind of get sloppy, but not really sloppy. Sometimes you have to shift, take a stand back, take a step back. Not that I was exhausted or anything, because I find a good approach to uploading. So that's not the case. I had some stuff doing, so I had to take care of the children first. They're the priority in my life, and I had to sort some stuff out and get some work done. We didn't get no work done today in terms of the schoolwork, but yesterday we got some finish up and everything, and it was handed in on time. But today we got the social worker for one of my son's school. They always finding resources to help parents and stuff like that. So she been with me for, my son is 5 years, well, well, 4.5 years basically in his life. He started school at 20 something months old, the oldest one, and now the little one start school at 6 weeks old. Yes, when he was 6 weeks old, he was in school. Because when you got to do what you got to do, you know how it go. All the mothers will know. And not just all the mothers, all the fathers who know you got to do what you got to do to survive. So she always finding resources to always help wherever possible, the needs are or whatever. So she sent me to this, she gave me this thing. I said, take the kids, it's for free. It's for free. Check it out. So I said, okay. And I came home today, I almost forgot. But it's good thing they pasted it on their door at the school. So I was able to snap a picture. And then I've been there before when they were trying to put on a play for education, because education is a must. So I was a part of the group. So when I was there recently, so I went back to that same theater. I said, oh, I know where it is. So I was able to go. It was like 12 minutes away from where I am. So, and that's not taking the freeway either. If I take the freeway, it would be quicker. That car can't go on the freeway. Not to say it can't go on there, but it might left me on the freeway. So we don't want none of that happen. But anyway, so we went. It was a beautiful day. We had a good time. And I get to find out the lady who I was talking to while we were at the movie theater. I we were introduced to the counselor, the counselor that was there. Yes, we were introduced to her, and we got her shirt, and we get popcorn, we get hot dog, you get whatever candy you wanted. You had to choose it, and we get watch Puss in Boot. That's the first time I actually take my kids to a movie theater since they were big now to watch Puss in Boot, and they loved. They were this. The little one was having fun. He was having so much fun. He was just screaming. Just, so we watched Puss in Boot and everything. So it was nice. But I left the flyer in the car because I wanted to drop off some to the lady so she can pass it on to the other girl. So we get to find out that movie theater, the lady was saying that they had flyers for upcoming events that is going to happen at that movie theater. And it's the Senate Theater in Michigan Avenue. Anybody know Michigan Avenue? That's it. Senate Theater. So they go have some function coming up. But I left the flyer in the car, so that's not good. I left the flyers. I don't think I have it here with me. So I don't think I have it with me. The flyer is left, and they give us this beautiful thing we can put on our fridge, and I like that. So if any little thing the kids can know, or I can know the places to call: lead prevention, refusal or waste collection, street prayer request number, everything, civil rights complaints, Department of Transportation, Detroit Land Bank Authority. You know, I need to call Detroit Land Bank to check, ask them about something. Animal control. So, like if you see no animal on the side of the street or anything, you have the numbers or anything that you can call. So I like this. You can stick it on the fridge. So I like that. So, so we get to meet the council member there for that district, and that was the neighborhood police. That's her right here. She was very sweet. She greeted everybody that she possibly could greet right there. So that was really nice. That was really, really, really nice. And there's just some flyers. I like how they do their flyers. They have them in different languages, two different languages, Spanish and because most of the people who were there today too, they speak Spanish. Yes. So before I get into anything, and then we get a hat, you can put on our head for the winter, and we get the shirt. They give out the long shirt. So that's the shirt there. So we get a shirt we can put on. And that is the Detroit City Council member shirt. Technically, these things are always souvenir for me. Or like if somebody come and visit and they going back home to their country or something. But I kind of like the purple tam, so and the kids get their own hats. So I kind of like these things are warm for the winter. Let me see how I'm looking at purple. Oop. Let me see how I'm looking at purple. This is warm. This is warm, guys. This is very warm. Okay, not bad. So this is one. Yeah, so that's what we get right there. That's what we get right there, apart from the food. And then they get this stress relief ball. Like some people who stressed out, sometimes they can use this. Or people who do a lot of computer job, right? So can use this to help work their muscles and stuff like that. Yep. So that was that. So how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful night, wonderful night. All of that. Put all that thing need battery now. Oop, bye. So hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night. I'm having a good night. You know, and was grateful for that amazing opportunity. Because when I came back home this evening, I was pick the kids up from school. Well, pick one of the child up from school, and the other one said, "Mama, I want to come with you." I said, "Okay, fine." So we come back home, we finish eat some of that food you saw we baked today. That I had bacon, we were eating on live there. So we eat some of that and went out and eat. So that was good. That was good. We had a peaceful evening. Yeah. But now is my little time. Now I'm having my little devotion here now and everything. And The car was acting real bad. It was just jumping up and down. Some of the time, it just start go slow and then it just push, just like that. I'm like, what is going on? But anyway, nevertheless, we managed to take it home properly, take it home safely. So, yeah, that's about it. But good night to everybody. Good night, wherever you are. Good night. You know, I need to wash my hair. My hair is itching. So tonight, I just in my feelings tonight. I am literally up in my feelings tonight. So, in a good way, as the book suggests, the book is saying in my feelings. So, this is a positive book. This is nothing negative. This is just to talk about in my feelings, you know. And this pastor who wrote this book, and when I went to his church, it was beautiful. I need to go visit his church again. So this is chapter 4, and when I was trying to find a page to read, I was like, I don't have to skim through everything because I read through it already. But with my mom in mind, I don't remember everything, so I had to go through. So when I look through it, my hand, as soon as I skip, my hand skip on chapter 4, I say, stay in the fight. And I'm like, this is a good one to talk about. Because many times we are in so many things, and only thing left for us to do is to really give up. You know, my nose itch, sorry, is to really give up. But then we have to remind ourselves, like me, I have to remind myself that I need to stay in the fight. You know, I need to. So it said right here, it says, and let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. And this is Galatians 6 verse 9, and this is the King James Version. Paul ends the book of Galatians by addressing one of the challenges that almost everyone has faced at one time or another. That challenge is feeling discouraged. So you can look in Galatians 6 verse 9. I got my Bible here. I can also look at it as well. In fact, the word weary, and I like to have a pen when I'm reading these things, you know, because then you can underline certain things. Here means to fail in heart. So the word weary, like you know, pastors always preach on this. So when you grow weary, you fail. You grow weary, you fail. And they say the word weary here means to fail in heart. Fail in heart. Have you ever been there? Have you ever felt so emotionally beat down, so depressed that you are very tempted to just give up? So this is what this book is to talk about, and this is Andrew Butler who wrote this book, and this is a beautiful book. I've read it before. Often we feel this way because we feel like we have been doing the right things, but we are not seeing the result that we think we should see. And you know, like myself, sometimes I'm putting in the work, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong still? You know, what am I doing wrong? Because you know, sometimes pushing ourselves to the extreme, and we want to give up because we want the result right there and then. But that's not how things work in reality and in actuality. You know. So it said right here. So often we feel this way because we feel like we have been doing the right things, but we are not seeing results that we think we should see, or we are not seeing them in the time frame in which we think we should see them, which is so true. Because many times we want this thing, we want it so bad. It's like we want the umbrella, yeah. And because the umbrella is not coming our way, we start get upset, we start get arrogant, we start get frustrated. It's like waiting in a long line. Then you start to see frustration, or going to a drive-through sometimes can be headache, especially when you drive through said fast food. You see all this long line, and then it start becoming no longer fast food that you expect that should be going quick, but then in actuality we have to realize that these things gotta be cooked, because if your food is not cooked properly, all these salmonella, all these disease that can, counteract with our gut health can impose on us at that time, and then instead of enjoying the meal, we will be going to the hospital with sadness, with great disappointment, instead of having a day where you could just relax and enjoy the food you like. So let's keep reading to really see what this is saying. We just want to throw our hands in the air and say, forget it. And I've done that so many times. I'm guilty of that. Forget it. Don't worry about it. I got it. I'll figure it out. Bye. And that's the ignorant level of life when you get to that part. But as we grow older, we will get out of those phases. And that's why self motivation, self reflection, self awareness is very important. Those are some key in your life that you can never give to anyone. You gotta have those. You know, those are the key that's gonna really strengthen you, sharpen you, and realize that if you let me rust, then I'm gonna be in trouble, or you are gonna be in trouble. You know. However, Paul is telling us here to not do that. So this is talking about stay in the fight. Let's continue reading. Notice that you control whether or not you quit. Nothing is forcing you to quit. So for you to quit, you have to make a decision to do so. And that's true. Anything you're doing in life, anything. It could be a job, it could be dealing with your children, dealing with your family, dealing with relationship, friendship, whatever ship you're sailing on. Quitting something is gonna all just go back down to you. Do you want to just rule this out? Do you want to just count this out? Everything is gonna be a choice that you have to make. Or do I want to lose this job? What do I have to gain on the other side? Or how am I gonna manage? So many mixed emotions gonna be coming to play when making just when making just decision. I don't think a lot come into play because you don't think about it. But when you think about stuff thoroughly, then you have measures that you are putting in place just in case if X didn't work out. You know how to fall on something just in case. It gives you ample time to figure out exactly what is it that you would really want to accomplish, or what is it you're going to transition into, because sometimes you really quit something and still don't have no clue or idea of exactly the path you want to really take on. But if you had put measures in place, like set aside something just for rainy day or any little thing, then that can give you some time to really, you still will be happy here and there, but at least it will give you time to really think about what you want in the moment before anything else. And that's when you get time to really think, is take the time to heal. When you take time to heal, you realize that those drastic decisions that you were making, you don't have to make them anymore, because you have time to think thoroughly about how you're going to address stuff, how you're going to go about stuff, how you're going to do stuff, etc., etc. So let's keep going here. I want to join Paul in saying to you today that no matter what has happened, no matter what things look like, however you feel, don't give up. So you hear that? Don't give up. And many times we are at this crossroad and all we think about is to give up. And that's true. And if you know yourself, you know what yourself is capable of, like me. I know myself, so I know what myself is capable of. You understand? So don't give up. Never give up in life, because the moment you give up, and as I always say, that's when your blessing was around the corner. But because you give up so easily, your blessing had to push back. And then you keep pushing back, and then you don't know when it's gonna come back in around, because this world is like a 360. It kept going around, so you don't know when your number is gonna come again. You know, anybody ever tried to go on team and for the first time, and they have this little spinning wheel, and you spin it, and then you do. Sorry about that. I was getting my sister checking on me, checking on me. For in due season we shall reap if we faint not. And that's Galatians 6 verse 9, King James Version. And for that guy there, what's his name? King Explicit, who let everybody know, regardless of anything, keep posting, keep doing what you have to do. So this Galatians 6 verse 9, put that in your thoughts. Put that, make that be a part of your life as a content creator and as a just an everyday person. You don't have to be a content creator to really make that a part of your life. You understand me? But make that be a part of your everyday, because it's the for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So that means if we don't weary, if we don't grow weary, we will reap what we sow in due time. So put Galatians 6 verse 9, the King James Version. Whatever, jot it down somewhere and keep pushing for your goal. You will reach at it. So even though you hear all these things, somebody encourage us, keep posting, keep hoping, keep believing, keep dreaming, put those dreams into reality. Never give up on all these things. Taking you back to Galatians 6 verse 9. In due time, you will reap what you sow. Some crops take longer than some, and that's all we gotta remember. We are a crop, and some of us crop take longer than some. Some of us crop take years. We're like a tree that, certain trees that take years to bear fruit, but it's growing. Hi, my dear, how are you? Have a blessed night, my dear. Good night. You know, so just picture yourself like a long crop. So we have a long way to go, to grow, to flourish, to everything. No problem, my dear. In God we put our trust. No problem. And everything. And thanks for your support. Thanks for everyone's support. Whether you're a subscriber, whether you comment, or you like, or you share, you're just a well wisher, you're a silent partner, and everything. Not yet. I call people who are not yet subscribed to the channel. I call them silent partner because they just wanna watch and support you, and everything. Doesn't mean they yet hit that subscribe button. But whenever the time is right in your mind, you see something that catches the eye and you wanna subscribe, you wanna like, you wanna comment, you wanna share, you're free to do so. Yes, my dear, 100% we have to put our trust. All right. So they're saying here, doing good things bring good rewards. There is a day on the calendar where you and your good reward will meet up. Get this. Doing good things bring good rewards. There is a day on the calendar where you and your good reward will meet up. So once you put in the work, there's a day on the calendar for you. So that means, in my word, in my own opinion now, your number is out there. And if you already on YouTube, and it doesn't matter how long you on YouTube and you're still not yet monetized, you still not yet have the watch hours like myself or anything, or you still not yet have the 1,000 subscribers, keep putting in the work, keep posting, keep doing what you gotta do, keep doing you, keep believing in you, and more importantly, trust God. Because when we trust Him, He will help us to get to that level. But He needs us to do the work. He needs us to begin. He needs us to start so He can see what we got. And then sooner or later, He will start to flock the people that He needs to flock our channel. So keep doing what you guys gotta do, because you see, even in the book here, it's telling you nothing don't come easy in life. Anything come easy in life will go. Easy come, easy go. And that's a known fact. It's like sometimes you achieve something so easy and you have it for maybe a couple years, and then all of a sudden it just rip from you. Just like that. Can't even ask why, because they call easy come, easy go. Yes. So let's keep going. You will say, look what God has done. However, that will only happen if decided not to give up. Hear that. only if you decided not to give up. And that's including myself. Because you see, when you're speaking, in life into anything, you gotta speak into you. So it can be a fruit for you too. You can reap your fruit as well. You know what I mean? So only if you don't give up. And it's just like that young lady there, DoorDash. She never gave up and she been on there for a while. Eh? She never give up. And her number was on that calendar. Her number was on that calendar. Her reward was on that calendar. They said there's a day on the calendar where you and your good reward will meet up. And she did meet hers. So one day we will meet ours. Just keep posting. So when God go through and start to assess what we are putting out there, He will make the decision because He see we are putting in the work. We didn't give up. We didn't give up. Anyway, let's keep going by there. Notice how the New Living Translation word this. So let's not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. So let's not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. Guys, when I tell you I picked this book up, all I was thinking of was in my feelings. And this is from a pastor who wrote this book. You know, you can purchase it online through his website as well. And all I did since night was, what can I read tonight? And it put me to this space. Stay, man, I'm telling you, stay in the fight. We all need to stay in the fight. Eh? One day we will reap. Yeah? And this is Galatians 6 verse 9. So they have it both in the, this is called a New Living Translation. Oh, so NLT, which is the acronym, but the acronym means New Living Translation. So that was what NLT means. Because I always wonder, what is NLT? But now he said here, NLT is New Living Translation. So that means somebody who studied the word of God or so, and then, they interpret things different or so, then they write it. They probably have a book called New Living Translation. Okay. If is the big word here. If, oh sorry. Sometimes we will read something and don't sound right, but then when you keep reading, you realize like, okay. Yes, it's called a New Living Translation. Yes. Yes. Because the King James Version was, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So yes, the name of it is called New Living Translation, NLT. Still Galatians 6 verse 9, but it's just, yeah. So now they say if, and they make sure they capitalize that. If is the big word here. If you give up, you can disqualify yourself from what God has for you. If is the big word here. If you give up, you can disqualify yourself from what God has for you. In boxing, there are times where a fighter is really being pumped, what? Pummeled, pummeled by their opponent. I hope I'm saying that word correctly. Pummeled by their opponent. If it's bad enough, his manager might pick up the white towel. If thrown on the canvas, that towel represents that the fighter is quitting the fight. Sometimes we find in ourselves in the midst of life's battles, and we are getting beat up so badly that we are tempted to grab the white towel and throw it down ourselves. so many times. Just feel like, where can I go? I need to just go take a dive. Let's dive away my problem. What? Why is it like this? What is happening? Why am I struggling? Why am I faced with this? What did I do to be feeling this way? To be all up in my feelings? What did I do? Huh? You may be reading this thinking, that's me. Well, God is trying to get across to you this simple message: stay in the fight. And that's all we need to do, people. Stay in the fight. In tough times, especially near the end of the year, we typically take an inventory of our lives, which is true. I do that. I do that. Even clean up. I do cleaning as well. Clean up. They say when you clean up, especially for Christmas coming up, everybody start cleaning up, shuffling up. Even if you don't do anything out of the ordinary, clean up, get the place rearranged, and they say you run away the old spirit. That, let's say you were filthy all year, the end of the year, at least make it count. Clean up, wash up your dishes, wash up your clothes, rearrange your house, so that when a new year ring in, you have new spirit, new energy, new vibes, new lives breathe into you, and you feel new again, brand new. But anyway, that's just something. If we were not careful, we may minimize the progress that we have made and maximize the difficulties that we have faced or are facing. Let's read that again. If we're not careful, we may minimize the progress that we have made and maximize the difficulties that we have faced or facing. So you could be either faced with it before or going through it now, presently or currently. And these are some of the things that we do self-evaluation. I don't know how many people really reflect when the end of the year, every year, when the end of the year is about to go out, like 2024 is about to go out in a month from now. And we all do reflection. Do I need this couch? Do I need to replace this couch? Do I need to replace my TV? Do I need to replace my carpet, or do I need to steal it? Do I need to get some new sheets? Do I need to get some new silverware? Do I need to get some new makeup products, or whatever is it? Do I need to get a new house? Do I need to move from where I'm living because it's no longer conducive to my well-being, or it's not conducive to my children well-being, or I'm too stressed out here because a loved one had passed and I'm still living here because I have nowhere else to go. Do I need to move so that I can be who I want to be, and not just living about, oh, Harry had passed, if he have too much memory here, or I don't want to do that, I don't want to shuffle nothing, I just want Henry's spirit here, or I want my aunt's spirit, my mom's spirit, my uncle's spirit, whatever spirit it is, you just want it here. Like recently, I just had to clean my room because I said that my mom was here and that was her first time visiting America. And I wanted her scent to just be in my room as long as it could ever be. And just the other day, I finally started cleaning, and it's like a breath of fresh air again, you know? Because now I'm not living in the fantasy no more. Even though it's my mom, you love your mother always, regardless. Anyway, we can lose perspective and we may want to give up. We need to recognize that is exactly what our enemy, Satan, is trying to get us to do. And he's very playful with his word when he come on to the devil. Very playful. So if you don't know how to decipher and think, that devil will play on your emotions. You will be all up in your emotion, and those emotions are just negative. So if you don't try to, and I like to say, you know what, just be like a dog. Have a you see a dog get wet and he didn't want to get wet. That dog shake his butt off so fast. He like, no, 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 not today. I don't want to take no shower. Leave me alone. And all you see that dog, if you are near, that dog gonna splash that water on you. He's trying to get out of what is on him. He's like, no, I don't want it on me. And we gotta remember this, man. We gotta remember. He said, we can lose perspective and we may want to give up. And your perspective is when you start to think. And when you're not thinking no more, then that's the time you start losing it. You're losing. You're not gaining nothing. You're losing. Because your perspective start to drift towards, and the negativity is so easy to feed on. You forgot the good sometimes. But when you're self-aware and always constantly being aware and on the alert, you can always have something to piggyback on. We talk about piggyback, even though piggyback is in hairstyle as well, but that would have to be a different story. But I'm just saying, you know, we need to recognize that that is exactly what our enemy Satan is trying to get us to do, because he was the brightest angel in heaven before he get depicted to hell. And the only thing you cannot do in man is blow breath in them. Because when God found out he was trying to stab God in the back, God had to demote him quick and fast. He had to get rid of him. Because if he could have done everything that God was doing, we probably would die, but over on his side. Even though, if we're not walking the right path now in life, when we die, who knows where we're gonna go if we don't make our pathway clean, for that day to come. But anyway, that's a different story. As long as you have your boxing gloves on, you can still knock it out. And in this way now, I would say, as long as you still got your mind, you have the ability to think. You're a conscious person. You're well alert. You're well aware of everything that is going on in your life, and you can get a little notebook, and you can jot down things, and you start probably we always say checklist. Start call it elimination, so you can eliminate the bad things out your life. We don't have to say no checklist no more. We ain't going to the store now. We are doing elimination, so we can use the elimination method and start doing that. It's just like a checklist. It's just a fancy way to call it checklist in this day and time now. No more checklist. Checklist rule too much now. It become cliche now. Let's use the elimination method. Okay. Nope. 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 And you use it and see how things work out. And when you pray for good, when you pray good over your life and good over other people too, you realize you will start to realize how much growth you have in you. Because everything begins with you. Anywhere you are in life, everything is gonna begin with you. It don't begin with me, it don't begin with you, it don't begin with you, it don't begin with nobody else but you. Whatever you're dealing with, like if I'm dealing with certain things, everything gonna depend on my perspective of how I'm gonna handle stuff. You know? And stuff like that. But whatever other opinions you have based on the reading or so, you know, put that into your life and see how you can translate things into your new lifestyle that you're trying to adapt to, the principles that you're trying to, use in your everyday life to be a better person and everything, and see how that works for you, because one size literally will never fit all. It will never fit all, The only size fit all is the one that they say fit all. If it's not, if you don't say it on it, then don't even try. You can still get to the end of this fight and hold your hands up in victory. However, the minute you quit, it's over. The minute you give up, you miss out on the harvest that God was sending your way. Very relatable. You miss out on the breakthrough that God was about to give you. You forfeited the fruit that God had planned for you, the future that God had planned for you. But can you only imagine if we had known what that plan was? Do you think we would give up that quick? I don't think so. And that's why it is so important for us to be bound with people who are not just going to tell us, oh, what we want to hear, but tell us exactly what we don't want to hear so we can make a change. Because sometimes the people that you think are rubbing you the wrong way, they don't really mean you no harm. You don't want everybody in your life. Yes, 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 yes. You know that guy on YouTube, as I say, yes, yes, yes. I remember this guy, he's doing this dance. He's on the chunky side and he always do this dance with his stomach and he'll go, yes, 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 yes. You don't want that in your life. You want people around you that, yes, you might be upset about something. Yes, you might be disgruntled about something. It could be anything with your kids, your work, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, your family on a whole, your bills on a whole, just about everything. Unexpected, foreseen things that are unexpected or something you might be disgruntled about. But do you want people to be like you in this situation, or you want them to be different than you? So that different perspective come together and say, oh, mind you, when you get upset, the last thing you want to hear is somebody coming in your ears telling you, halabaloo. But then when you realize somebody really says something to you, in the heat of the matter or in the heat of the moment, the way you were upset or frustrated, but just one person come to you and say, sister, brother, it's gonna be okay. That's all you wanted to hear. It's gonna be okay. Even in your head at that moment, you're like, what's gonna be okay? You don't even know what I'm going through. This is you. What's gonna be okay? Do you know what I'm going through? Do you know what I'm dealing with? Huh? About to lose my car, about to lose my house, about to lose my credit card, about to lose my mind. You don't know what I'm going through. But we have to stop and think that if we want somebody to tell us what we want to hear, it's not gonna work in the latter part of our journey. We're gonna still be back at square one because we are stubborn and we always wanted to hear the right, but we can't always hear the right, especially if we think that's what we want to hear in the moment. It's like you're upset with someone and then all you want to hear is, baby, I love you. But you gotta stop and think, was that love genuine? Was that coming from a place of genuinity? Was that coming from a place where are they just wanted you to feel good so they can get back to destroy you? And you see why they say your perspective have to keep working, as this person was saying up here. You can lose perspective because now you're not thinking, you have somebody else thinking for you. Okay, baby, I'm sorry. And then flash you up with something big and fancy, and then you not thinking because you so wanted something that, okay, this person know what they want, they're gonna give it to you. But how much did this mean to that person before that person give it to you? How do you know this is genuine things? Very hard sometimes to decipher, but you can never give up in the race. You gotta think in the process. Many situations I could have encountered myself into, I had to literally. It's like, when you're a one-man band, a one-man band is like you and your children just living alone in this essence, or you and your husband live alone, you and your boyfriend live alone, and when situation arises between both of you, or just between you and the environment or anything, you don't have anybody to share certain things with, especially if you can't trust everybody around you that you're affiliated with. That called affiliated with. You gonna have to dig deeper to decipher what is right from what is wrong. What is it that you want to gain? What is it that you want to achieve? Do you want to stuck right here by being stuck in those yes, yes, yes? Or do you want to try to open the box so you can think outside? Because closed box will only make your box thin. It's like a cop's trying to catch somebody and he have to box that person in order to get you. You have to knock him over here, knock him over there, push him forward, push him backward, push him sideways, push him the other side, just to get that person. So a lot of ways we can think, when we think it, we have to think outside the box. Alright, let's keep going here. You miss out on the breakthrough that God has, that God was about to give you. You forfeit the future that God had planned for you. Satan knows this. Let me see why. He also seems to be able to sense when you are close to what God promised you. So what he does is launch his greatest attacks right before your breakthrough. He wants you to wither. He wants you to faint. He wants you to get mad at God or other people. You can't afford to do that. Let me see what I can understand from this. Satan knows this. And he also seems to be able to sense when you are close to what God promised to you. So what he does is launch his greatest attacks right before your breakthrough. How many of us can attest to these things? Several of us. Right through your breakthrough is just like, I was this close. Oh, wow. It's like this monster that bestowed upon many of us. And it just take you just like that. No warning. Sometimes the signs by the time you figure them out, it's too late. So many things. And then you had a future plan. You were probably planning to go on your anniversary with your husband. You were planning to go your girls' trip. You were planning to go spend time with your children. You were planning to bond with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever is it, what friendship, whatever ship you were sailing, and only to realize the sudden destruction. Just like that. Just like that. But in the heat of that, we cannot give up. Because when we give up, now we belongs to the devil. Because that's what he wants. He wants us on his side so bad that he will do anything to fight for it. If it means that he will want us to knock somebody up the head so we could go to jail and become a part of him, he will do that. Because that's his capability. He have a good potential in that. For you to get mad and upset so you could be on his side. You have fought too hard to get here. You have gone through too much to not get the good things that God is finally about to bring into your life. It's so true. You know, and it doesn't matter where you are in life, as long as you have a mind to achieve your goal, something is always there trying to. It's like a roadblock. Many times we hear the word roadblock. It's like a roadblock just right there, waiting for something to happen. And then many people laugh after others because they don't see no, they can't see because they're in a box. Some people are so one-sided they don't even know how to open their mind to nothing. They closed in. So when you out there and you're exploring, you're traveling the world, you're exploring, you're doing this, you're doing that. Barely anybody want to be happy for your journey. But I can tell you this, when you're happy for others, you will see how well you blossom. When you look at other people's journey and you don't judge your journey from theirs, you will see how blessing fall on you. And sooner or later you won't have to worry because the transition of life will come for you. Never give up. Let me get myself some water here. Never give up because everybody glory ain't gonna be glory at the same time. Some of us gonna go through the hard times like this book is talking about. And then we gotta remember sometimes your glory, like my man here now that just went to jail, big rapper there that just went to jail. He had his glory days, he had his fun days, but he let the best out. He let his negative perspective get the best of him. Now we have to be living through that now. And even if he don't say it out aloud, I'm pretty sure he's looking into himself and say, wealth. You could have all these wealth and it just taken away from you, but you had to work so hard to get to wealth. You have to work so hard to achieve your goal. You have to work so hard just to build, people say, the empire that you're building. But yet, all it takes is for the bad decision you had made previously, for all that to be removed from you instantly. What do you call it? Effective. Right then. And that's why we have to be mindful of what we're doing and whatever we were doing when we were younger. You can't undo the past, but going forward, stop when you get the chance to stop, because your mind will tell you when to stop something. But greed get the best of us sometimes. That, and it's not everybody get greedy, because I'm not greedy. You know, I love my food. I might be greedy for my food. That's it. Who don't like food? You know, whether healthy food, junky food, whatever, everybody have something they all love. You know? Oh, wherever, whatever you use to get to the level you need to be, and you realize if some part of it wasn't good, there's no need to keep going. Stop. Make a change so that all that you had so to get to where you need to can continue to go. But you gotta make a change. Because if you keep going, that game gonna eat you up. It's like some people keep drinking. Okay, I tried once so I can keep going. But not realizing that that's what the devil wants. For you to drink yourself to nowhere. Yeah, you drink yourself to death. You know? So we gotta be mindful. This person now. God is with you in the ring right now, and He is whispering in your ears. Stay in the fight. He still has brighter days ahead for you, and He's still going to give you the future that you long for. You may be taking an emotional beating right now, but if you will just stay in the fight, if you just keep swinging, you will find God's power will be behind your punches. Satan's attack will finally fail and you will win. You will win. You see, if it's not good yet, God's not done yet. We tend to put a period in our life story where we need to put a comma. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You see, if it's not good yet, God's not done yet. We tend to put a period, which is a full stop, in our life story where we need to put a comma. I mean, we need to keep going. It's like listing and you put a comma. I need the ice cream, comma. I need a house, comma. I need a good team around me, comma. Comma, 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 comma. You need to recognize that this battle is not the end of your story. This is not what your future going to look like. This just happens to be where you are right now. This is going to turn. One day soon, you are going to look up and say, I am living the future that God promised me. Every single bit of it. So, when you don't give up, the sweeter part. The song said the hotter, the sweeter the victory. You know? The hotter, the sweeter the victory. Sons of God arise. Son of God arise. From the end of the earth arise, fire in your hand, fire in your feet, fire, fire, fire. And they keep going. Follow me. Up. What? Don't run from the fire. In Daniel 3, Hebrew boys found themselves in an impossible situation.
Did you do this yourself?
Mm.
This is from me to you.
Mm. So, yeah, don't run from the fire.
Huh, that's nice with the economy and all.
What's the economy?
They have this big old word right here.
What isn't the economy?
It's called what?
It is
This big old word here. Let me ask Google what's the name of it. Hold on. The proper pronunciation. You know, because pronunciation is very important so people can understand exactly what is taking place here. But thank God for technology. Don't we have to thank God for technology? Let's see.
So much.
The word just come up. See? The word just come up.
A book shrouded in mystery. Many fear its cryptic message. It speaks of a time of tribulation, a time of God's wrath, a time when the world as we know it will end. But it also speaks of hope, of a new heaven and a new earth, of the triumphant return of Jesus Christ. The book of Revelation is not for the faint of heart. It is a book of stark contrasts, good versus evil, light versus darkness, life versus death. It is a book that has captivated and terrified readers for centuries, but it is a book that we must not ignore, for it holds the key to understanding the future. The book unfolds like a divine scroll, filled with vivid imagery and symbolism. It is a message from God to his people, a warning of what is to come, a call to repentance, a promise of salvation. To understand Revelation, we must approach it with humility and prayer, asking God for wisdom and discernment. In the book, John, the beloved disciple, receives a vision. He is on the island of Patmos, a prisoner for his.
Getting my first client made me feel like I actually knew what I was doing. When I was figuring out my LLC, I didn't have to know how to do any of.
During the late 7th century BC, as the
I'm trying
Iron
to
Age
figure
drew
out what this
closer
word
to an
is.
end in the Near East, the mighty
Let me see if they can
Neo-Assyrian
see. See
Empire
this
was
word right
finally
here?
conquered and
Wait, wait, wait.
succeeded by the Babylonians under the leadership of King Nabopolassar.
Okay, that's the
Although
word right there.
Nabopolassar founded the Neo-Babylonian Empire, it was his son,
Nebobala
Nebuchadnezzar
Palace.
II, who succeeded in expanding the new empire and restoring Babylon to its former glory.
Let me go to
This was the
Google.
first.
Google send me over here. Let me go over here. Let me go to the great Google. I click it in, but I guess I click it in on the other side.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Midwax makes it easy to stain and protect any wood project. Midwax wood finish is
Okay,
a
so they're gonna have the
penetrating oil-based wood stain
pronunciation
that
here.
provides beautiful rich color in just one coat. Get a quart for $10.89
Nebuchadnezzar.
plus 11% rebate. Complete your project faster with Midwax polycrylic.
Nebuchadnezzar.
This water-based
Nebuchadnezzar.
provides crystal clear protection.
Nebuchadnezzar.
Final appearance in just
Nebuchadnezzar.
one coat. A quart is $26.96
Okay.
plus 11%
Nebuchadnezzar.
So that's the pronunciation. That's the word there, and that's how they pronounce it. Nebuchadnezzar. I won't go into that one then. I'll just leave it.
America's Dairyland. As in real dairy. It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor. Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cooked to order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese. But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Okay. So we finished with that part there. We're not reading the rest of that. We're not gonna go through all of that.
Now I know you had a hard way over.
But I just want to say, whatever you guys are going through in life, don't give up. Don't give up. And wherever you are in your journey, whatever you achieve today, congratulations. And I hope God continues to strengthen each of you each and every day and be fulfilled with love, joy, and happiness. And we are in the month of November. Today is the 13th of November.
True story. I mean, it's unbelievable that we didn't know this
I
story.
know. It's about the only
So
all-female,
I love this little
all-black
book because they
battalion
have
to
the
fight
12 day,
overseas in World War
the
II.
12 months of the
These
year
women
in it.
are
It's called Devotion for every day of the year.
no, it's
And I like
855
it
women,
because
and
they
I
got the
play their
12
captain,
months
Captain Charity
in
Adams.
there and also the days along with it. So every day you can read something from it.
From Tyler Perry
So
saying,
today is
"There's
November
a
the
project I want to work
13th.
with you on.
What time is
Watch this sizzle." And I was like, "Oh, I'm so busy, but I'll definitely watch it on Monday." And then
What
that
time is it?
weekend,
Okay.
before watching it,
Today is the
we were
14th.
filming something for my Instagram.
So I read the what was the 13th saying?
And one of
I
the
am
women I
Christ
dressed up as
in
was
you.
Lena, who's first time learning about the 60s. It's like, of course I want to do this movie. It's so meant to be.
Yeah, it's sometimes things are like that,
Yeah,
right?
it's like a sign, like this is right.
Yeah, and then Tyler Perry directed the
He
movie.
directed it, he wrote it, he produced it.
Oprah is in the movie.
Oprah's in the movie.
Oh,
Did you know going in Oprah was going to be in the
my
movie?
sister was calling. Okay, so I'm gonna read November 13th and November 14th because today is the 14th.
Woman in history, Mary McLeod Bethune. And
I am
when Tyler asked me
Christ
to produce alongside him, he said,
in
"You know, I'm
you,
thinking of
the
going to
hope
Oprah." And I was
of
like, "Well,
glory,
you can't not go. You can't have the thought and not go to Oprah."
the
So
one who
she
walks
said yes.
beside you,
Excellent.
That
Well,
was awesome.
holding you
congratulations
by
on
your
that.
hand,
This
And
will be fun.
I did
is
an
the
episode of
same
a TV
one
show
who
or YouTube
lives
show that you
within
did.
Yes, you
you.
were in our first season of Street You Grew Up On.
And I love the idea
This
of
is
this
a
show.
deep,
My production company, Simpson Street, is named
unfathomable,
after the street in the Bronx that my mother
fathomable
grew up on. But we just
mystery.
started our fourth season.
You and I are intertwined in an intimacy involving every fiber of your being. The light of my presence shines within you,
Is it true that you will not
as
allow
well
guests
as
who grew up in
upon
a
you.
cul-de-sac to be on the show?
I am in you, and you are in me.
Because that would be a weird thing to say.
Therefore, nothing in heaven or on earth can separate you from me.
Queen Latifah.
As you sit quietly in my presence, your awareness of my life within you is heightened.
On YouTube.
The pro the
And then
produce
6
it
opens in select
the
theaters on December
produce
6th, and then everybody can
this
see it on
produces
December
the
20th
joy
on
of the
Netflix.
Lord,
Kerry Washington,
which
everyone.
is your strength. I, the God of hope, fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in me, so that you may bubble over with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. And to check these out, this is taken from Colonial 1 verse 27, Isaiah 42 verse 6, Nehemiah 8 verse 10, and Romans 15 verse 13. So today is November 14th, even though it's how much o'clock now? It's 12:11. Bask in the luxury of being fully understood and unconditionally loved. Dare to see yourself as I see you, radiant in my righteousness, cleansed by my blood. I view you as the one I created you to be, the one you will be in actuality when heaven becomes your home.
We're here when you need us.
It is my life within you that is changing you from glory to glory. Rejoice in this mysterious miracle.
You sure that's a good idea?
Thank me continually for the amazing gift of my spirit within you.
Oreo. Stay put.
Try to depend on the help of the Spirit as you go through this day of life. Pause briefly from time to time so you can consult with this Holy One inside you. He will not force you to do his bidding, but he will guide you as you give him space in your life. Walk along this wondrous way of collaboration with my spirit. And all this is taken from Psalm 34, verses 5, 2 Corinthians 5, verse 21, 2 Corinthians 3, verse 18 in the New King James Version, and Galatians 5, verse 25. And that's it. So he said you must be bask in your luxury of being fully understood and unconditionally loved. Dare to see yourself as I see you. And you see, that's the hope that God has for us. We have to be grounded. And when we're grounded in Him, as they say, wrapped up, I am wrapped up, tangled up in Jesus. When you're wrapped up and tangled up, and that's another thing. When I transition my life from being on the other side, now like we'll be saying hello from the other side. But when I fully commit my life to God, I always say as a young child growing up, when I fully commit my life to God, meaning I'm baptized, I'm a born again Christian and everything, I shouldn't have anything looking back for. And the part that I am on now, I think if I continue to be motivated, be self aware, be self conscious, keep staying true to the Word of God, stay prayer, stay blessed, being positive, have positive people around me, and when situation arise, I will know what to do because he will fill my brain with the power that I need to attack anything that will stand in the midst of me accomplishing it, accomplishing that goal or that task that he wants me to do. I will not let nothing stand in that way then because as this songwriter would say, I know who I said I am. And when you know who you said you are, it doesn't matter how people look at you. It doesn't matter how people perceive you. Because you gotta remember people's reflection of you shouldn't be the one you have for yourself. As a human being, as an individual, we all have to have some level of boundaries that we set so that when we transition in life, your past should not have no reflection in a manner where it's going to jeopardize you. Because when you're living faithfully in Christ, He will remove all those barriers. He will remove all those hurdles that you were worried about that was standing right there. And if you go over them, you were so afraid you might fall and never get up. But if you, it's like they said, the word said, if you believe in me, I believe in you. If you trust in me, I'll trust in you. If you honor my words, I will make it happen. You know? And these are some of the things that, based on understanding, based on the biblical aspect, based on the knowledge, based on the understanding that I've gained from reading and let things be within me. Just like in Psalms 51, verse 10, I love that because it said, creating me a clean heart and a renewal spirit within me. Cast me not thy way from thy presence, O Lord. And those things, those things were embedded in me as a young child growing up. So even when I don't even take my Bible up, certain things, even if part of it gone, you don't remember everything. You remember a line, a verse. You remember a Bible verse, a song, a chorus, something, even if you don't remember it word for word, you will remember something to hold on to. And that's what we need in life, is not just to have a mind, not just to have a brilliant mind, but also to have the mind that is going to show us how to live, how to live in harmony, how to live in peace, how to embrace what we got in front of us, how to appreciate others around us. And many of us were dealing with coming from a place where it wasn't easy. So we have to learn how to walk again. We learn how to talk again. Some of us are still in the work in progress, like myself. We're all in work in progress, one way or the other. You could even give your life to Christ, but something you refuse to give up, and you realize it's conflicting with the principles that you're learning now to abide by, which is God's word. And now you're re-evaluating yourself, you're assessing yourself to say, you know what, this is not what I want. This is not what I want, and I don't think my Father and my God will be proud of me in this manner, are happy of me in this manner. But when we start to drift and drift into the positiveness of life, I think life will become more of a sunshine on the other side, you know. But we got to put our trust in God, regardless, regardless. And I only can say stuff from reading, from my understanding of what I've read and everything, because and most of these sometimes can be not factual information, but they also can be just from reading, expanding, widening horizon and stuff. Then you can just draw the conclusion of saying, yes, this is this or this is that. But by the end of the day, I gotta keep working and draw near and near so that that transition can be peaceful, you know. But if anybody interested in this book here, you can, this is the QR code right there. You can also scan it, and that's the pastor that wrote this book. That's him right here. He's on YouTube as well. You could check him out on Sundays. He have a beautiful sermon. I'll visit his church one day and take. Hopefully, I can take you guys with me there and see beautiful ceremony. But he's online. The church service is online too. Beautiful, beautiful, and he writes some good, real simple book for you to eat. The way he wrote things, he write it so that you can understand, and it doesn't matter what walk of life you're from, you could understand it, you know, and put your 2 shilling based on how you read something and understand it. But I am already tired and everything. And for everybody who come on, support, like, share, comment, subscribe, whatever you are in my life journey, I want to say a big shout out to each and every one of you. And thanks to Mr. We call it Ansel. Hope I'm pronouncing your name correct, my dear. Thanks to you. And to everyone else, God bless you all, you know, because you never left anybody out. You know, not because they might not be with you 24/7 doesn't mean they're not with you when they can, because everybody got a task to do. You know, everybody got a dream to follow. Everybody got a goal to achieve. Everybody got something that they so desire to achieve that they could be doing their tasks when you are doing your tasks. So that's life, but we still have to be grateful, because when you, especially like a platform like this, you know, when you put things out there, it's gonna be out there forever, unless YouTube changes, unless YouTube delete it or something, you know. So we still gotta be grateful for everybody and for all my, you just can see my eyes, I'm about to fall asleep now. So my voice is even start to change when I want to sleep. Start to get a little rust. So and everything. So this is where I'm gonna leave this right here. And I just wanna say the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me down to lie down in green pasture. He restored my soul. He leadeth me beside the still waters. Tell me I forget my prayer. Don't worry. When you forget something, you got backup. I got it right here for me. So this is what I'm going to read to close. The Lord is my shepherd, and this is taken from Psalms 23. Sometimes we need little reminders in our life, including me, because when I watch my videos, I get reminders sometimes to not be so worked up about life, as the book suggests, in my feelings. And in your feelings could be a positive or negative, but anyway. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff may comfort me. We say may comfort me, but he said they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. So, guys, I want you all, I don't want to say guys, family, because I know a lot of us are very much resilient. I should say we all are resilient, some shape, form, or the other. We're resilient because we could be coming out of a debt or anything. We're resilient because we got our new house. We never give up, regardless of living in our car, regardless of living outside, regardless of being on the street, whatever you are. You're resilient somewhere. You're resilient by dealing with backlash from your job. You're resilient by being backlash with your friends, with your families, with your spouse, your partner, whatever it is, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, etc., etc. But I want to say to you guys, yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil, for thou art with me. You know what I mean? Thy rod and thy staff may comfort us. So as I left tonight, I just hopefully that what we say and what we do will make the best use of it in your part of your life. And if you see something that resonates with you, I always say this. You could take a blank page, write your own story, because you are your own story. I don't know your story, but you know your story. And if you got a platform and you'd love for me to check it out, I was busy all day yesterday and the day before doing some stuff. I still do little stuff, but I didn't do much. Leave a comment on one of my videos because I got mama brain, so I gotta keep going back. I will definitely go back. And for everybody who reached out to me today and I haven't yet response to them, in the coming week I will reply to you all. I've seen you and I will reply to you all. But sometimes things is beyond your control and you have to get that out the way. And whatever you need to push out there, you gotta push it out there. But if you're a content creator, stay in the fight. Never give up. Stay in the fight. Drive in your lane and you will be just fine. Keep doing what you're doing. One day you will find the solution to what you need to solve. If you're a new if you're a new content creator and you think that you're not growing, you will grow. You just have to keep pushing. Stay in the fight. Never give up. As the book said, in my field. But you could be in your feeling by stay in the fight. So tell yourself every day, I'm gonna stay in the fight. You go to a job and the job is fighting you down, you're gonna stay in it until you can find the next way out. Because I always say that some things I know now, if I had known it then, the transition I did in past things, maybe I wouldn't have done it. But anyway, people, I'm gonna stay long. You see my eyes? You know they're about to go out and they're about to blow out, okay? So anyway, until then, people, you guys have a blessed night and God bless you all. And thanks to all my likers, my subscribers, my shares, my well wishers, and everything. And thanks to everyone who's supporting this journey with me and everything. And I promise you one day, when life changes, when things, become better, you guys will see the result because I'm not the one that's going to be selfish with my result. You guys going to see. And I'm not just talking about showing you oh, I have 50 subscribers or I have 20 subscribers. No, that's not what I'm talking about. We're talking about things that we're going to do to help each other. Even if it's not you, but somebody around that you might know of, or I might know, somebody might know can make reference. And we combine and see how we can pass that good deed on. All right, but until then, you have a peaceful night, guys. Ooh, I can't catch it up no longer. Nah, it's so